Ooh, hey. Bing! How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not too bad. Looking pretty good on the Shade Avenue. Happy Oyster Show coming up here in about a minute. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Let me just make sure I'm dialed in here for the chat and this. It's easier on that than it is on this. I'm all by myself again, so what can I tell you? Thanks for tuning in. All right, let's make sure I'm up to stuff over here. You know what I mean? I got my computer set up on my wire. As you can, there you go. You can see that. We got an action-packed day today. I don't have a big show, but I got a show. You know? Hey, we got somebody in. We got Jimmy Frozen in the house. James, what's going on? There we go. Live now. Look at that. Little by little, it get her done. All right. Bing, bing, bing. We got two. I hear Wiggy inside. All right, we're good. We're good. We're there. 10 a.m. All right, welcome. 3. Wiggy's inside. Wigging out. All right, welcome guys to the Bike Man. No, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. What's happening, Artie Mike? We are 52 years young, taking a total career change. A career change from the bicycle business over to oysters. Now, I am not a fisherman, but I am into the water and the bay and whatnot, and in fact, I love it. I've been helping out somebody, Great Gun Shellfish Company, today's show. Why not? Let's sponsor it by Great Gun Shell. John Smith, good morning. And I worked with him for 3 days this week. I think it was 3, it might have been 2, I don't know, 2 to 3. I'm making a commitment to him for 2 days a week. I love the guy. The guy is cool. He's making a tremendous product. There's a lot to be learned from the guy. Am I a fan of his system? Hey, there are so many different ways to grow oysters that there is no one way. There's variables, tide, wind, depth. It goes on and on and on. Regulation. So depending upon what the deal is, what will the total weight of the oyster separator in the boat? I don't know yet. Hang on. Beats me, man. It should be okay. She's over. I don't know. So anyway, back to my deal. There's a lot of different ways, and we're going to be working. I'm going to kind of show you guys a little bit of what's going on. Where is everybody this morning, huh? How come everybody's not here? What's doing? Oh, we put the 54 over here, as you can see. The 54 is in here from the shop. Everything is out from the shop. We are now 100% oyster farmer. I can't even afford 7-Eleven coffee. I have to make my own now. 10 speed, what's going on? Rent-A-Trip. Rent-A-Trip is, you know, Rent-A-Trip, long-time fan, and he's right, man. Boats are just a tremendous waste of time and money, but they're very, very necessary. Sound check, what's going on? All right, so let's see if we can shake this over here. What would happen if I turn this camera around? Does that work? But then I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to see it. So we'll go over to here, about down into here, I guess, something about like that, maybe. All right. This is a oyster bag. This is what my buddy Paul Great Gun puts on the bottom in the wintertime. In the wintertime, these stay on the bottom, and they are approximately anywhere from about, the water height is probably about from about here to about here, about 2 foot is the high change. So in the wintertime, let me tilt this up just a little bit. In the wintertime, they're on the bottom because of the ice on the top. Ta-da! Ding! So in the summertime, he puts little floats on here. Not little, they're about, you know, about the size of a 2-liter bottle, but they're about 2.5 feet long. And they zip tie these onto the side. And then they float on the top. And the oysters are inside. Got it? Get it? Done. This system works great for him. I was, over this past week, picking them up from the bottom. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry, I got all my prototypes over here of how I'm going to do it. taking them, giving them a little shakeroo, flipping them over, shakeroo, put them in the sled, take them to the boat, dump them out, put them into 2 different bags, meaning you're splitting them, and then putting the floats on, and out they go onto the line. You can pull up about 2 from the bottom a day, because it's, now this is where the tide, and you have to figure it out, and, it's kind of nice having tied up about where waste is, because you don't have to, once you get it up to there, but if they're bending over and now the tide is low, beats on the back a little bit, if you know what I mean. Come on. What, a beautiful day and nobody's coming to watch nobody's coming to watch the Oyster Man? I tell you, nobody likes to watch the Happy Oyster anymore. I'm feeling a little sad. Thanks, guys, for all you guys that tuned in. Love you guys. You're getting 8 inches of snow today. Ooh. So that's Paul's system. Been working for him, making a great product. His product is just absolutely primo. It tastes good, it looks good, got great plate appeal. Chefs like it, uniform in size. And he is extremely particular in what he puts to market. Great Gun Shellfish Company, the sponsor of today's show. Just a phenomenal guy, a phenomenal company, and a phenomenal product. Check them out. My system. I'm in a little deeper water than Paul is. We're about 8 feet, so our stuff's got at 8 feet at low tide. Our stuff's got to go on the bottom. Yeah, you could float it on the top, but again, it might be a little too bumpy, So we're going to go to the bottom, because it is in the Great Peconic Bay, and the Great Peconic Bay is pretty rough at times. So I've been playing around with various different wire sizes and wire meshes, and basically we have 1/2 inch, and we have inch. The bigger the thing, the more the flow, blah, blah, blah. That is maybe the less biofouling, which is a whole nother ball game that we have to deal with. Biofouling, i.e. slip gut. That stuff is slimy. So they go on the bottom. Here is kind of a somewhat completed cage, right? This is only 1 tier. They get more tiers up to 2 feet from the here to here, okay? And they're going to be stringed along. Now this is where things get to technical. And how are you going to string them together? Good question. How are you going to hump them up on the boat? Good question. No. Well. Oh, you like my old truck? Well, she's cool, right? Yeah. Someday we'll have the Happy Oyster logo on there and do our thing. What else you got going on? Anybody else out there? How about you? I'll show you how we're going to hump them. Now, how heavy, how this, how that. A bag can be, full of oysters, can be pretty heavy. I'm going to say probably bag of cement is 90 pounds. Grabbing it by there, lifting it up. 35 pounds in that neighborhood. So if I can fit 3 of his bags into one of my systems, which I think we're going to go to the bigger system, which is a double. Let me show you. This is a little bit, is that good? Can I see that? I think about 3 of his bags into one of these. One of these. This is a 3-foot by 4-foot. This is 1-inch mesh. This is 1/2-inch mesh. We're playing around with different stuff. The beauty of it's just starting out and doing your own thing all by your little self, and that you're your own boss, is that you can dictate what system or what kind you want to deal with. If that's the way I want to deal with it, that's what I'm going to do. And there's nobody else to, again, he's tried his system. This system's been around too. It's not like it's not used. Some guys use those bags that I'm talking about into a system, into a rack that's already there, and the whole thing comes up. So that's what I'm at. 78. Rent a trip. What's going on? Huh? 78. That's pretty nice. It's going to be nice here too. I got some fiberglass work. I'm kind of working on the boat. We had what? What's that 10 speed? All right, you want to see? Oh, your dock is going in the boat. Hello, hello, 10 speed. Maybe I'll come down. Hey, you want to be the captain of my boat for a little bit? All right, so the crane is in process. Where the heck is the pieces? Hang on, 1 second. Hope I don't lose you, but I bring this outside. Okay, here we go. Crane in process. This piece here we made. Okay, you get the idea? What's going on? Real heavy duty grade bolt. It is steel, it's not aluminum. Hey, if I can get a couple of years out of it, I'm going to be happy. All right? So now, what happens with this is, let's go over here for a second. Go to the boat. Dun, 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 dun. Am I still with you guys? How's that? That ain't too bad. Okay. So we have two pieces of pipe like this. One is 10 feet long and one is 9 feet long. This is going to be the mast that stands upright. Okay? So what's going to happen is that this goes on to here. Can you see that? All right. Yeah, you can. So you get the idea, right? And the other pipe that's down there, you get to the end, is going to, you get the idea here, right? This is going to go into here. Okay? So now what happens, obviously I'm going to weld this part here. Okay? Then a couple of cables come up and about and round and down and in and out, and voila. I need a hammer for this. All right? So that's where we're at with that. Next on our beautiful boat, again, a hole in the water that we continue to put money into. I've got a little fiberglass work. We had some rod holders that were inside. Again, the tumbler is going on this side of the boat. So there were some rod holders right there. I put a piece underneath there, and I got a couple of plugs to go into here. Uh-oh. You get the idea. This has got a little gusset right here. It's like in 2 inches. So if it does, plus the water level is probably right about there. So she should be pretty good. So the crane goes on the front. We put, where are they? Here you go. Stainless steel. These are going to be wires that are going to go up to the crane. We got one on the front too. There you go. Okay, so we're moving along. Things are progress. Progress. Little by little by little by little, it gets done. Grease on everything. 65 to 75. It's not going to be by me 65 to 75. Tell you that, Dan the man. So that's kind of where I'm at. Cages, I kind of showed you some. We'll go into some different, there's different ways that you can line them up. You know, we're talking about thousands. Well, depends upon how many cages. You know, you got 5 acres, so you can spread these things out over 5 acres. Pretty good. Depending upon how many you want to make. Obviously, I'm kind of setting myself up to make. I got spools of wire right here. Okay, so we're in process. No ifs, ands, buts about it. True, might want to put a gusset on there. Again, it's just, we've just been slowly by slowly. Yeah, a gusset here, a gusset there. We're gonna have to get it up there, check it out a little bit, see what the story is. There's moons. Yeah, but you get the idea where we're going here. We need to put a little winch head on there and whatnot. We need to put a platform on there. We're gonna have to weld that onto that. And you know, if it needs a little beef up here or a little beef up there. The first step for the crane is going to be to lift that damn tumbler up onto the boat. Now the tumbler is coming along. I'm hopefully going to be done here today. I'm going to be working on that, meaning done. Yeah, shit. It'll be painted. It'll be ready to get out and over here. You know what I mean? And get ready to get on there. Wow. I don't know what it is here. I don't think it's that. The wind is blowing a little bit. I bet you it's probably, I'm right here in the sun. I got a black sweatshirt on. Right here, it's nice and toasty. It feels so good. Where is First Mate Fred? That is a damn good question. I did see him this week. He was by. We were yakking with him. I texted him earlier. He's probably got a bunch of stuff going on as well today. You know, it's coming up on hot rod season, so you know, between the hot rod and the boat, but he'll be over. He'll be around. I haven't really. Again, our Oyster channel is really in its infancy. We could use a lot of help. If you guys could help us out, and please share it out. I don't even think Fred's not the most technologically savvy person in the whole wide world. So consequently, I don't even know if he realizes it. I told him, but you know, whatever. Fred's Fred. So he should be around though. As we get better and better and going here more and more with the channel. Again, I'm trying to work on that. True, I did scare him with all that work. The motion now, I mean, I am really now focused. I hope I'm about 2 weeks behind. You know, this should have been happening April 1st when I was 100% out of the shop. But now we're 100%, and oh, I'm having a great time. Now, Will, should we really fear Mark Zuckerberg? You're the one who hit the button. That's a whole nother ballgame. You want to talk about business? You want to talk about stocks? You want to talk about things that are happening in that avenue? I love business. Business is my forte. That's what I like. I just, you know, I'm mechanic second. Weather. Yeah, weather is still a factor. Weather is always a factor. Whether you're in the bike business, whether you're in the oyster business. In fact, now it's even more so a factor because you go out there in the middle of the drink with nasty weather, you know, you might not come back, especially if it's really cold out there. So, very good point. Weather. What else do I got for you guys? I don't have a lot, man. I'm all by myself. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of the olden days of You Now. Remember when we used to do a You Now? We used to do a beer tasting on You Now. I think now we're going to start to get back to that. I've made a commitment to Paul for Great Gun for working that 2 days a week. And so maybe we'll do a live broadcast from the boat someday with a beer. He's on a special diet right now, so he's got to take it easy. He's not on that stuff yet, but he'll be back to having a beer. I'm sure he can have a little taste in a little while. So, and again, we're not quite ready yet, and we're not quite there yet. So we're not, you know, it's a little progress thing. That would be fun though, you know. Maybe have a little cheese or some crackers out, you know. Up the eyes it a little bit and taste up. You know, his oysters are delicious, and I bet you there's just nothing better than after working your ass off on the oyster farm and having a half a dozen raw oysters and a beautiful beer on the water with the sun. Ooh, baby! If he ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna tell you that. Whiskey and oysters, yeah. All right. Pair whiskey with the oysters. Whiskey's expensive though, you know. Some of these craft beers ain't so cheap either. There's a lot of, you know, one of my marketing ideas is that, for the Happy Oyster anyway, is to have the boat and be able to be out there, but also have some like local wineries. We have some local wineries in the area, some local farms. There's also a local moonshine outfit up on the North Fork. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I don't know. Anyway, we invite them over to the boat and we have oysters and moonshine, and we talk about business in Long Island, as well as how his business, and promote my business, promote his business, and just have a good time with it. That's why one of the reasons why we're not doing any advertising at all with Google on this stuff. I'm kind of done with that. There's no way to get rich on it unless you got a trillion, billion subscribers, and we don't, and we didn't on our old channel, and we're slowly getting there. But I sure would like to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys could help us and share, tell somebody, do this, I don't know, any way you can. Hashtag Happy Oyster Company. I don't know. I need help. I need help to get to 1,000. We're doing all right. We're coming close to 600 right now. We're like 590 something. The cocoa beer. Yeah, we had a chocolate beer. Remember that? Yeah, Jimmy, you remember? That was terrible. I agree. That chocolate beer was terrible. The Angry Bastard, or Arrogant Bastard, that's what it was. Arrogant Bastard Ale. That was his favorite. It was fun. That was a good time. We're working on it, 10th Street. We're building it. It's slow and sure, but slow and steady wins the race. Little by little. What else do I got? Talked about that. We talked about that. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those things. Happy Oyster Company. We are still on Facebook. I don't know why, but we still are. I am not active on it, but it's still there. Instagram is our favorite. I put out an Instagram this past week of the Great Gun Oyster Company's farm, and boy, it was absolutely the most peaceful and beautiful thing I've seen in a long time. Being out there and working on that glassy bay. Go over to our Instagram and check it out. And the sun was coming up, and it was starting to get warm out, and it was really that first little taste of spring. It was inspirational. It really was. It was peaceful, it was kind, and I couldn't believe that I'm getting paid to be out here and doing that. It was gorgeous. It was just a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful day. Sustainability, I'm with you, baby. All right, so that's about that. I guess we're all done. We had a whopping, 40 people on total. That's okay. I'm not gonna bitch. We've been hitting out some good numbers as it goes down. People are not necessarily tuning up. Thank you, Artie. Yeah, thumbs up, bring it on, and put a comment in below. See what you think, and what do you think about our cages? What do you think? Check it out. See what you think. I got an appointment at 11:30. I gotta, believe it or not, I gotta go put together a dog mushing cart. It's a dog mushing cart. It's a cart that you hook up the dog to pull yourself down the road or off road or whatever. It's some sort of a dog mushing cart, made with bicycle related parts, obviously. And being that I am an old bike man, it kind of comes like second nature to me to be able to put this bad boy together. Happens to be a friend of mine, so we're gonna go check him out and go take care of that. Maybe I'll put out an Instagram of that. David E, thank you. Can the small oyster farmer survive big oyster? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. You think so, Mr. X? It's interesting that you say that. We've been looking into the Mr. X is asking if once we start getting footage from on the boat, we're gonna get subscribers, and I think you're right on that. I told you we're looking into a 360. It's your mushing car. Oh, Daddy, no. So, where was it? Oh, 360. Filming in 360. It takes 4 cameras that are mounted onto a base. You could do it with some GoPros, I guess, and some other stuff. But anyway, this one company makes one camera that seems to be really good. And it is a 360 live. So putting a 360 live on the top of the mast and being able to have a little audio, or maybe no audio, or maybe some background music, whatever, I think you are right on the money. Mr. X, there were some videos out there. And if we could do it live, How cool would that be? And the Eagle Cam. At any specific moment, you go onto the Eagle Cam, and there's a shitload of people on that thing watching an eagle sit there. Now, don't you wish that the Eagle Cam was 360 so you could look around a little bit and see what else the eagle is checking out? But, you know, that's their gig, man. I just can't believe that there's that many people watching an eagle on his nest. I think it's beautiful. I think, you know, you could use it as a screensaver. Now, if we can incorporate, yeah, that's a good point. Putting a waiter review or to this or to that, absolutely. But you know what else that takes? It takes somebody to start doing all the tagging, all the descriptions. You need to do the back end of this thing if you really want to start. And personally, myself, I'm flat out. I can't do that. You know, descriptions, and then you have to tag words and all of that organic stuff. This is where my girlfriend Pam, my assistant, my confidant, my sister from another mother, from the old business came into play. She did all of that stuff. Right now, we are really on the seat of our pants with this whole project, and that's kind of the way I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be like this, just, you know. That's too structured right now. It's too structured for my lifestyle. It's too structured for where I'm going. I've been there, done it, got the t-shirt. I'm done with structure. I'm done. I'm here for me now, and I'm having a blast. I gotta admit, man, I am having a good time. I'm able to fabricate stuff. I'm able to go out in the water. I'm able to be outside. I don't have to listen to the man. I don't have to bow down to anybody. I am just loving life in the 10th degree. So, you know, hey, share it with some people for me. Help me out, all right? I stretched it out as much as I can now. I'm at 27 minutes, and I figured I'm just trying to keep it to a half an hour. I'd love to get it to like a, you know, that half-hour show, that half-hour minimum. And then if we can get percentage viewed, that's where things start to get, you know, exciting. Playing around. I'm looking at these ropes over here. I gotta get to them. All right, I got enough. I got so much I gotta do. I really, I thank you guys all for tuning in today. Take iPhone video 1 or 2 minutes. Just upload, buff, and ready. Yeah, we used to do that too. I did do some GoPro footage. Again, the GoPro is coming in handy. But I am going to start to get some more GoPro footage going on. Again, I got to be, you know, when I'm out on the boat, this is his job. This is he's the boss. So I don't want to be, you know, goofing around. I got a lot to do out there, man. I got to, you know, you got to respect his deal and whatnot. And I don't want to be, you know what I mean? So thanks. So guys, I hope you guys had fun. Please come over to our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook. Check it out. Subscribe. Tell some people to subscribe. I need subscribers bad. I know some of you guys just tune in on Saturdays or whatever. You just know that I put one out on Saturdays, and there's no need to worry about a subscription. But there is a reason to worry about a subscription, because it gets me to the next level, and I need help with that. And I really appreciate it if you guys could give me a little. It's free, 100% free. Bing. No charge. You know. Welcome along. Welcome along for the show. Welcome along for the ride. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys come along. And, you know, shuck them if you got them. See you guys. Do you really want to stop? Yeah, I do. Honest. And